And welcome back to another episode in the Create mod here on Music Free Gaming. I'm glad to have you here, and today it's going to be a fun day. So, last time we got the... Hello, sheep. No, seriously, sheep, I'm trying to do an intro here. Go away. So, no, last time we got the slime ball farm going, and today I think I need to build a tree farm. So, I'm over here on this little stretch of land here, and because I think this is going to be a good spot for me to build a tree farm. And, well, on the other hand, this is actually probably bad because there's lots of sand and I actually need grass. So maybe I'll pick a better spot for a tree farm. Yeah, what I want to do is set up basically a similar thing to what I set up with the crop farm, where I'm going to set up a windmill with something here sort of in the middle. And I think I want it to go out, maybe, I was thinking maybe 10 blocks. I actually probably don't have to go out quite that far. Maybe I only go out 6 or 8. And that's going to be where all of the good stuff is. So I'm going to start. I guess I should count this out, but if I'm only going out 6 or 8, this should probably be okay. Part of me wants to count it just to be sure I'm in the middle of this little valley, but nope, we're going to put that right there, and this is where our windmill is. It's going to live here, and people are going to love it. Right? Sure they are. All right, so let's get the windmill built, and then we'll see what else is going to happen here. All right, so the plan here, I mean, it's definitely a plan. The plan exists. Now, the plan here is to take this mechanical saw, and it's going to cut down any tree in its radius. But that gets to be a real pain, right? So the idea is you grab one of these deployers. Now, I think I place it here. We're going to find out. I may have this wrong, but then what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a filter. Now, the idea here is the filter will set everything that the deployer can use. In this case, it's going to be saplings. All right. So the idea here is that this is going to place saplings all around as it turns. Oh, hey, it's getting to be night, so I should probably, sleep and stuff, assuming I have a bed, and I don't, and now it's night, and it's going to be scary. All right, let me sleep, and then we'll see how this goes. Okay, so the idea is the deployer will take whatever it's in its filter, and I think it will pull from the chest that's part of the contraption, which we'll glue that all together in a minute, and we'll place stuff 2 blocks away from it, which should be right here. And that means as this contraption spins, it's going to it will plant all the things, right? That's the hope and the dream. So if I come over here with an empty hand and start this going, oh yeah, so it's planting all the trees. Okay. Cool. So, and I'm now out of trees, and that's okay. That's okay. So what I should do now is, actually I should get some bone meal and see if I can make some of these grow, because that would be awesome. And we'll see if if this actually works. I have bone meal in my house over here. I call it a house. It's really more of a hole in the ground. And it's not like a comfortable hole, like a hobbit hole. No, it's just a hole. And it has apparently growling. And also it has flaming iron golems, which are cool and all, but not at all what I was, call great company. All right, so let's get back over here and see if this is going to cut it, as they say, because that's not a horrible pun. No, no. Is my tree farm going to cut it? Get it? It's not a good joke, y'all. It's not. And we're just going to pretend like it didn't happen, except I'm going to totally clip this and put it in the video. All right. So I think this is where, oops, that's not bone meal. Let's try this again. And I'm going to bone meal this birch tree. And just bone meal some of these trees here. Now, in theory, what's going to happen here is this is going to come whip it around, and then it's going to hit the tree, right? And now eventually, as it cuts like this last tree, this whole thing should break. There it goes. And so now it's replanting stuff. The idea is then it's going to go around and some of this grass out of the way. And yeah, see, there it is, replanting everything. Perfect. All right, let's give this a stop and double check and just see what's in the chest. All right, we've got sticks, we've got logs. Oh, this is wonderful. Now, a little disappointed we only got one birch sapling, but that's okay. That's okay. We can we can work with that. Cool. So the next thing we're going to need to do is set up storage, and this is going to work just, oops, no. This is going to work just like the other storage did, where it's going to hop around this way. And I think for this one, I'm going to set this up, grab my iron, 2 blocks away. This way there's room for the trees to do their thing. All right. And cool. So I meant to do it 2 blocks away, which means it goes here. All right. So let me get this set up and I'll get some storage in place and then we'll see how this goes. I think in the meantime, let's go ahead and just let this run and, you know, let it do its thing. All right, so I've got the andesite funnel going, and now it's unloading what it had in the chest. So there come the sticks, all the different logs, all that good stuff. And I think it's hanging on to most of the saplings because the deployer is going to, well, deploy them as it comes in contact with them. So I'm now going to have plenty of wood, and if I'm really careful about this, I could probably even use this to do nether woods, but I'd have to get, there's a number of things I'd have to get, but for now, this is looking pretty okay. Let me get over here. I'm going to, let's just get this birch tree up. Hopefully, I'll be able to get a few more saplings from this one because I don't like that I only got, well, apparently just the one. All right, well, I'll have to see if I can get some more saplings to plant around here, but I'm fairly happy with this. This was honestly fairly quick and easy. I might even be able to, I could make it a little bit longer, but in all honesty, this is probably okay. This is probably just fine. Cool. All right, so I'm going to sleep because it's getting to be about that time. Let's bone meal a few trees. The nice thing is this is going to make harvesting acacia trees really nice, right? Because they are such a pain, and this way I'll have plenty of acacia. Now what this won't do, and this kind of sucks, what it won't do is the giant trees, right? It won't do the too tall, like the double 2x2 bamboo jungle trees. That's the word. I know what trees are. Nor will this do the dark oak. It won't automatically plant those. I'm not too worried about the 2x2 jungle trees since I'm getting plenty of jungle trees as it is. But that's the crafting table. But I won't be able to use this type of farm anyway for the dark oak. Other farms are doable, but this one is not going to do that. So, but that's fine because I'm going to have plenty of wood for all of my woody needs. Yeah, that was in fact super easy. I kind of expected this to be a little tougher, but in all honesty, man, that was a breeze. So I'm going to have so much wood coming from this thing. I definitely need to set up some more storage here for this because there's going to be a lot of it. So let me see if I can figure out some storage here so I can just let this run for a while. And then I've got some other things planned. We'll get to that. Well, it's definitely not the prettiest thing I've ever built, but this will work. All the new stuff. It's kind of wondering if I need to maybe get some more oak going, but that's okay. We're doing all right here. I've got some bamboo. I can just make sure, well, make sure I get some more oak, but I definitely have plenty of oak planted. So it's one of those, okay, maybe it grows a little slower, but we seem to be doing okay. And the way it's planting isn't going to accidentally give me any giant jungle trees or anything like that. So I think this is going to be, good. Oh, I am now under a tree. Okay, nice. Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I like it. I like it. This was super easy. Took, what was it 20 minutes real time, something like that? 15 or 25 maybe? And we are stocked. So, cool. All right. Well, let that run and let's work on something else. I think I can make it work. Actually, I know I can make it work. I just don't know. Ouch. Parkour skills. Worst skills ever. Yeah, they had MCC this last weekend. That's something I will, one, probably never be popular enough to compete in. But also, it's not really my jam because the idea of actually jumping from one block to another and landing on it successfully, yeah, that's also not my jam. It's not something I do well at all. This is going to be the corner of the house this side too. All right. So clean out a little bit of this hillside. And then comes all the fun, right? So much fun and excitement, you can barely stand it. Can you stand all of the fun and excitement of clearing a hill with an iron shovel? This is it. This is the most exciting thing on YouTube right this very instant. And totally the most exciting thing. And I'm sure it is. Okay. All right. Okay. So getting some stuff in place here. This should be a good boundary for my new house, right? House, villager training hall, all of that good stuff. This tree is 100% in the way. It's also going to be 100% a pain in the neck to harvest, isn't it? Yep. All right. Well, maybe not 100%. Let's call this an 80% pain in the neck to harvest. But the plan here is I'm going to connect with that building there. I might even build another sort of a matching building on this side. Maybe not the same height, but a little something over here. Maybe that will connect nicely down to where my current bunker is, right? Where the iron farm is. But I'm going to run this across this way. And this is going to be sort of the exterior wall. Now, I'm going to connect up with this hill. So part of the house is going to be quote unquote underground, which is okay. Actually kind of cool. So the next thing, gather up some of this stuff. And then I kind of need to figure out how far out that way I want it to go. Though I have a little bit of an advantage because I know I kind of sort of want to show up at the pit over there. So let's get some coordinates. And this is going to be, what am I at? This is minus 11. Okay, so if I were to come this way, turn off the light levels. So at minus 11, that's here. Okay, and my shovel breaks. That's going to put me right around here. Okay, that's not too bad. That basically is going to take me right over this little edge, I guess. And then I've got that whole side I can leave open, or I can do all sorts of other good stuff. So, all right, well, this is going to be a big building. I guess I better continue working on it. Oh, right, and then there's this guy. Okay, didn't make the jump. Gotta actually hit the jump button. Turns out that's how that works. Jumping is what keeps you from plummeting into holes. All right, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to, well, run into a tree. But I'm going to try to get at least a frame in place. Okay, so that I know at least the general shape of the building, right? So that I can come in here and take a look at it and say, oh yes, this building is up here. All right, and I don't think I have any cliffs that I have to worry about on this side, so go ahead and run this down all the way over there, and I'll run it back and around. We'll kind of see what this building is looking like. Oh, my shovel broke. That's right. That's right. Fortunately, I brought a lot of iron, so or at least a reasonable amount of iron. All right, so cool. So I'm going to just go ahead and run this across. Yes, it's a little bit lower, but it'll make sense with the villagers. So we'll take care of that. And, you know, we'll just randomly place blocks in the wrong place. It adds character, right? Totally. That's how that works. All the character is being added now. Maybe, perhaps, something. We'll just pretend like that's where that block is supposed to go. Okay, I've stopped pretending. It needs to go. All right, so I've got that outline in place, and it is definitely long and skinny, which I think is going to change. I actually kind of like the idea of running it out maybe this way a little bit, right out towards the tree farm. And I definitely have room to come in over here. And I also like the idea here as this comes up against the back of this, building the house up and connecting out towards like my nether portal and some other things. So that's a reasonable start. Like I said, it's long and skinny, but I think it's a good place to start. So we'll start there, and as I'm looking at it, should plan a little bit for where do I want things like, you know, storage and stuff, but I think, you know, where do I want storage? Where do I want villagers and all that type of stuff, right? So that's always a fun question, especially if I want to plan for feeding villagers to zombies and things like that. So cool. Well, I guess we'll look around a little bit and I'll see if maybe there's someplace that really stands out. Okay, here's what I'm thinking, right? So I want to put the iron storage over here, okay? Now I've got this little cutout around the hills right here, which could be really cool to then build a part of the house that's kind of sort of level-ish with these hills. Like this area up here and this one up here. and then has space underneath it, right down at this level, and then I come underneath. Now I could keep the water here and make it a little bit of a garden pond, which would be cool. But I need a place to stash my iron using villagers, right? So I don't know that I want to stick them in there, but I do like the idea of making that a garden. All right, but I still have this area back here. And I have this space over this way, right? I mean, I've got lots of space. I just want to keep those villagers near the iron. So I do like the idea, though, of making a separate level up there. So let me figure out, I guess, where the next floor level is going to be. And then I can start making some other plans. All right, so we've got the storage here. I've cut a little bit of a doorway, and I'm going to eventually dig this all the way back this way and then down over here to my farm this way. So how I move the items over here, I haven't entirely decided yet. It's close enough that dumping the iron into a water stream would work, right? Come on, I'd like to sleep. Can I please sleep? Sleeping is good. Sleeping is wonderful. I could dump them into an item stream and let them flow. I could try to bring them on conveyor belts. That might be a little slower, which I'd like to maybe not do. Or I could instead figure out some rail and bring it over here with minecarts. The catch is I don't have gold for powered rail. Got a little bit of gold, but not enough. I have to set up a gold farm if I want to do that. So I think for now, maybe some conveyor belts are going to be the way to go here. And as much as I'd like to leave that there, I don't. So. Nope, sorry, I do not need all of that water pouring down into my base and my iron bunker farm-ish thing and getting everything all soggy. That's just not in my plans today. Coming back here behind this, let's grab a mechanical belt. And that's going to connect there. So that's going to feed the iron now into all of the storage. So the next step is going to be to get down here and feed the iron from down at the bottom where my base is up here. So that is going to require, let's see, do I have some dirt? I do have dirt because dirt is a thing that I have. Okay, and grab a shaft, which will go, nope, 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 nope. I always get these wrong. Probably because I'm too far away and all this stuff. But I want this to go. No. Do not connect. There we go. I want it to go there. Cool. So now I just need to figure out how far down this needs to go. Right, it's 16 blocks, right? So I need to get that down and just ultimately get down and connect it to where I'm going to drop the iron. So that's going to be fun. I can live with messy. I mean, there are many people that can't, but I can live with messy. Sadly, one of the people who can't really live well with messy is my wife, and so that's its own special challenge. But it's okay. It's totally fine. And that is the time I've got today. This has been crazy, and I'm looking forward to getting this bit of mechanism in place. It's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to that, but that's going to have to happen in the next episode. So for now, we'll go ahead and call it a day. Don't forget to smash that like button, smash that notification bell, smash that sub button if you haven't already. If you have, don't smash it again. That would be awkward. Seriously. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.